At the heart of the pageantry is a simple message: service. My father's first words on entering Westminster Abbey yesterday were a pledge of service.
A chill swept through Kensington Palace the moment Prince William stepped forward with a tone Britain hadn't heard from him in years. Measured, heavy, and unmistakably final. His announcement about Meghan Markle wasn't just unexpected, it was also shocking. It carried a weight that instantly tightened the atmosphere across the royal circle. Advisors paused mid-stride. Reporters scrambled for clarity. And even longtime royal insiders admitted they'd never seen William this resolute. But what pushed him to make such a tough declaration? And why is it far worse than anyone imagined? William's royal announcement. For the first time in modern royal history, the heir to the throne has publicly distanced himself from a family member who still holds royal titles. The impact of William's announcement came not just from what he said, but how he said it. His tone was calm, composed, and icy. There were no leaks or vague palace whispers this time. William stepped up directly after King Charles handed him and Catherine the responsibility for crisis communication. Those familiar with the situation called it the start of a new chapter for the royals. With Charles facing health issues and the public growing tired of the palace's outdated tactics, this change was profound. It aimed to help the monarchy stay relevant. Just 2 nights earlier, Charles had quietly signed a directive at Clarence House, what staff nicknamed the Autumn Mandate. This order allowed Catherine, the Princess of Wales, to manage the fallout from Meghan Markle's recent involvement in allegations related to Epstein, some leaked letters, and the growing frenzy in the US media. The mandate also gave William a more prominent role. He would be the voice of the royal family when they needed to show strength and clarity. On that chilly October morning, he delivered. Shortly after, William said, "Put together, it means ensuring the brightest and boldest among us in all sectors of society." Meghan launched a strong PR campaign from California. She shared stories of royal bullying, emotional manipulation, favoritism toward Catherine, and unfair treatment from King Charles. After 5 years of ignoring Meghan's attacks, William responded surprisingly. He addressed the issue directly, clearly, and firmly. Facing a small group of journalists in the picture gallery, he stated, "No one in this family has bullied Mrs. Markle, and nobody's favored my wife over her. What's happened relates to her choices and her ongoing efforts to undermine this institution's credibility." He didn't stop there, leaving the seasoned palace press stunned. "We have proof of targeted media tactics, including paid stories aimed to damage my wife's reputation. These were not mistakes. They were deliberate attacks." Later reports confirmed that William was focusing on a series of PR hits Meghan had approved in late 2024. Articles suggesting Catherine was using her charm as a weapon, and that Charles felt threatened by Meghan's popularity. Some publications have removed their content without explanation. William revealed something surprising. Meghan has been secretly working with Sarah Ferguson, Fergie, using Fergie's grudges against the royals to attack Catherine during her difficult cancer recovery in 2024. "We need to stop attempts to create divisions in this family. Using vulnerable members against others is unacceptable." An aide explained that Fergie was in a weak emotional state and easily influenced, but William made a strong point. Meghan was not just criticizing the crown, she was making deals to create trouble. Then, William surprised everyone by mentioning Prince Andrew. "Transparency isn't optional. We held the Duke of York to this standard, and we will expect the same from Mrs. Markle." For the future king to compare Meghan to Andrew, the family's troublemaker, was significant. It showed that the monarchy treats everyone the same, including family members with titles. William then made a strong statement about his brother. "I won't answer any press questions about the Duke of Sussex or get involved in Hollywood opinions about him. Future discussions won't go through the media." William had had enough of making excuses and waiting. He made a statement about Harry and Meghan's media narratives. "Archie and Lilibet are innocent. They deserve a stable, respectful life away from the spotlight. If we need to protect them, we will." Top aides clarified that this was not about kidnapping. It was a warning. The royals will not allow the kids to become part of the media's focus. An insider close to William shared that he felt sorry for the kids. They are growing up in a bubble created by their parents. News spread quickly. Hashtag Stand With William gained popularity in the UK. US talk shows reacted strongly. Surveys showed that 72% of British people supported William, while Harry and Meghan's approval rating fell to 18%, their lowest since 2020. Despite this, there were no celebrations at Buckingham Palace, just serious determination. This was just the beginning. 2 weeks earlier, William had met privately with 8 top palace advisors and declared, We can't stay silent while sabotage happens right in front of us. So, what consequences did Prince William's bold position bring? Let's explore further. Royal break fallout. This situation is the first time since the 1936 abdication crisis that royal public relations had to activate their full divorce plan against a living member of the Windsor family. It all began when new private texts from Meghan, dating from 2021 to early 2023, suddenly surfaced in late September 2025. Palace officials said these texts included more than just complaints about King Charles's distant behavior during her pregnancies. They claimed he purposefully increased Catherine's popularity while sidelining Meghan. Worse, the leaks suggested Meghan had involved 2 U.S. media professionals with ties to Netflix. One message read, "If Charles won't protect me, the narrative will." Within a day of these texts' release, key palace figures, led by Lady Fiona Walsingham, met with lawyers and former MI5 security experts. Their conclusion was clear. Meghan was no longer just a difficult duchess. She had become a real threat to the royal family's public image. On October 9, 2025, as King Charles faced health issues and low approval ratings after the Andrew housing controversy, he made one of the most significant changes in royal handling since his coronation. He issued a royal decree known as Memo 2485, granting the Prince and Princess of Wales complete control over the management of public crises. This change included 2 main points. William would be the only royal allowed to speak publicly about any Sussex-related issues. Catherine would shape the narrative, manage the press, and control how the royal family presented itself moving forward. This shakeup was seen as Charles's big chance for a fresh start, a sign that the palace was ready to take charge of the situation. A retired royal public relations consultant noted, "William's not just fixing a leak, he's redesigning the future of the monarchy." For years, William had stayed quiet while Meghan criticized the palace in the media. He felt strongly about her claims, saying, "That's a lifetime of hope, love, fear, and dreams." However, insiders believed the breaking point was not her complaints, but Harry's silent support of her views. After Meghan's accusations about racism, snobbery, and emotional distress, Harry remained silent publicly but stood by her privately. In early October, William pressed him hard. "You know that's not true. You were there. You know Catherine has never been cruel, so why aren't you calling it out?" Harry's cold response was, "Truth costs me everything." To William, that was a turning point. "He's no longer protecting her," said a palace staffer. "He's fully committed now." Royal analysts say this is when William transformed from a tolerant brother to a determined protector. The most emotional part of this family conflict focused on Archie and Lilibet. In his speech, William promised the crown would not take away the children's rights or dignity. He added a striking comment: "If silence harms a child's emotional well-being, we need to break that silence." The palace even looked into legal options to protect the children if Harry and Meghan's public battles became too chaotic. While nothing was filed, the message to the Sussexes was clear. No, it was fantastic. It was absolutely amazing to get to know her, as quickly as I did. Catherine later told a senior aide, "The kids aren't pawns. We won't turn them into props for a California story." Another surprising twist involved William revealing that Sarah Ferguson had supported Meghan. Reports indicated that they had reconnected at a Monaco fundraiser in early 2025. Over the following months, Fergie, feeling neglected by Charles, began sharing her frustrations with Meghan, who vented about Catherine and the royal family. William's team uncovered messages between Meghan and Fergie, suggesting they were planning a press campaign to damage Catherine's reputation while she was recovering from her health issues. But how did Meghan respond to all this? Let's dive deeper to understand her reaction. Meghan breaks silence after royal fallout. For the first time in a long while, the royal family is responding openly rather than staying quiet. They are setting firm, clear, and strong boundaries. Just 72 hours after Prince William's shocking news stirred things up, another storm was brewing. This time, it came not from Windsor Castle but from sunny Montecito, California. At 8:01 a.m. Pacific Time, a well-coordinated media campaign kicked off in Los Angeles and New York. There were splashy front-page stories, anonymous tips from insiders, and a wave of pitches from Meghan Markle's PR team targeting Netflix, Spotify, and major media outlets. The message was simple. Exclusive, Meghan breaks silence after royal fallout. However, Meghan did not appear publicly right away. This was a wise and calm move, designed to guide the narrative without diving straight into the conflict. She felt anxious about everything coming to light. and her team had been preparing for this moment for months. They followed a playbook for handling crises in Hollywood. Avoid confrontation, spin the story, tease future projects, and capitalize on the attention. The first step was to portray her as a victim while showing resilience. Reporters received vetted quotes through intermediaries. Meghan had always felt like an outsider in the royal family. She faced real emotional struggles, especially during her second pregnancy, and her mental health issues were often dismissed. Next, her team focused on her comeback and achievements. They highlighted new projects she was working on: wellness startups, a children's book, and possibly a show about breaking dysfunctional family patterns. The message was clear. She doesn't need the royals, she's forging her own path. The third step focused on her kids. A friend told Variety, "Meghan just wants to give her children a peaceful life. When the royals attack, her protective instincts kick in. She will fight to protect them, as any mother would." In under 36 hours, Kensington Palace strongly denied claims of victimhood. They stated, "We won't chase shadows for profit." Prince William engaged lawyers to begin the process of stripping the Duke and Duchess of Sussex of their royal titles. His goal is to cut off their access to benefits and recognition from UK embassies. This situation marks a serious break in the royal family, leading to mixed reactions. Streaming companies worry about royal burnout, while a dealmaker noted that the ongoing drama could tire out the audience. Some believe that William's global influence is much stronger than Meghan's media presence. Despite this, Meghan still has support. A prominent New York publisher quickly released her memoir, and a podcast network sparked renewed interest in her experiences at the palace. The media conflict is heating up, while King Charles and Princess Catherine stay quiet. Aides confirmed that Charles has given all matters regarding the Sussexes to William. Next, we'll look at Princess Catherine's role in this situation. Princess Catherine's royal authority. Princess Catherine returned to the public eye with confidence after news about Meghan. 3 days later, she visited a children's cancer ward in Oxford, wearing an anchor-shaped brooch, which symbolizes steadiness. When a child asked her about her health amid rumors, she replied, "I'm doing great, thank you. We all need to tough it out sometimes, right?" Many saw this as a slight at Meghan. The palace seemed more focused on Prince Harry. A private memo revealed William's view. "Betrayal is unacceptable, especially after everything we've faced." He stated that while Harry is family, he wouldn't allow their name to be misused against royal values. Insiders warned that Harry risks losing family ties if he continues to support Meghan's media presence. Catherine's role has shifted from a supportive duchess to one that reflects Queen Elizabeth's influence. At the St. Bartholomew's Foundation Gala, she wore a cream dress with a white poppy, which stands for peace. Despite her own difficulties balancing family life and royal duties, she has remained steady and warm. When privately asked about Meghan's claims, Catherine responded, "I forgive her, but I'm not taking her hurt as my own." This showed her emotional strength and reflects the clear communication style she and William promote. As she takes on a leadership role alongside William in the royal family, recent polls show that 76% of Britons see her as the most reliable royal. What will William do next? Only time will tell. Prince William's final move. During a private meeting at Kensington Palace, Prince William announced that the royal family has cut all formal ties with Meghan Markle. They will no longer acknowledge her public comments or support her projects. This decision also strained his relationship with Harry, which had already been tense due to the Sussexes' public criticism. William shared his frustrations about Meghan's plans for a Netflix series that suggested the royal family was biased and mistreated her. He was distraught by her connection with Sarah Ferguson, thinking it was a direct attack on Catherine. Harry's negative comments about the royals in a recent interview, especially his claim that William ignored Meghan's suicidal thoughts, prompted William to respond calmly but firmly. He explained that Meghan received medical assistance from Palace Resources in early 2019, and that he would not continue to address Harry's mistakes. William criticized Harry and Meghan for using their children to gain sympathy. He pointed out various pressures on their family, including media coverage and the choice of Lilibet's name. He compared the situation to Prince Andrew's scandals, stating the royal family would not reward shameful behavior. As a result, Meghan's honorary titles were suspended, and the Sussexes will no longer be mentioned at royal events. While King Charles did not speak publicly, he reportedly supported William's actions to protect the monarchy. Hidden struggles of the royal family. In recent years, the British royals have struggled to adapt to social media and shifting public opinion. This became especially clear after the Oprah interview in 2021 and Prince Harry's recent remarks. Sir Thomas Redgrave, a former royal press advisor, pointed out that changes began when King Charles gave Prince William the job of handling public communications about Meghan Markle. This was done to protect the monarchy's image, demonstrate accountability, and avoid mixed messages. Catherine, although not directly mentioned, plays a vital role in this situation as her relationship with Meghan has raised worries about favoritism. By remaining silent during public criticism, she seeks to protect her family and the monarchy. One source noted that Catherine has been a dependable presence since the Queen's passing. Catherine has also taken on charity work that the Queen used to handle, showing her growing influence and commitment to international relations. William mentioned that she brings stability amid the chaos involving others. He also stated that royal connections should not be used commercially without permission, and that titles come with responsibilities. William's comments about creating a safe environment for Archie and Lilibet caught attention. While he hasn't taken legal action, his focus seems to be on keeping options open for the children instead of claiming custody, according to royal historian Dr. Eleanor Barnett. What do you think about Prince William's surprising statement? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more updates.